This is not going to be popular, but I really don't care at this point. I really don't. There has been an influx of content that I have seen over the last couple of months that is targeted towards teen girls, girls in their early to mid to late 20s, that is created by women for women, that is nothing more than internalized misogyny. And it is very disturbing as a 31-year-old woman to see. The focus of telling young girls that you should not be doing this or you should be doing this in order to attract men, that's internalized misogyny. Because what we should not be doing is actually judging women at all. None of us should be making content about cool girls and how horrible they are. None of us should be making content about pick-me girls and how horrible they are. We are all living under an oppressive system that makes us hate each other as women. And that's what this is. And it's really upsetting and disturbing to me that I've seen nothing but this content geared and targeted towards young women, particularly like young Black women, and it's nefarious and it's dangerous. We cannot deal with sexism until we, as a whole, as a human species, men and women, but women in particular, until we start acknowledging and combating our own internalized misogyny, it is going to be impossible to end the misogyny that is completely perpetuated by men. It is the acceptance of sexism and the acceptance of our own inferiority. And I really just want to challenge TikTok creators to stop perpetuating that. I know it gets you clicks, I know it gets you likes, but it's actually very dangerous because you are targeting young, impressionable girls who don't need to be hearing any of this. Not in 2022.
Yo, it's your boy Earthwind. Listen, Be Greater Podcast. Y'all know the vibes, like, subscribe. Let's get right into it. Sugar, listen, I swear to God, I have watched this video like 10 times, and I am trying to just wrap my brain cells around the message that you're trying to kick. There's an influx of women who are making videos for women from late teens to the early 20s, telling women or advising women, schooling women on how to get men, right? And you say this is internalized misogyny, right? What is misogyny, right? Misogyny is a hatred of women, right? So women telling other women how to gain a man is them internalizing their hate for women. Confused, right? So if my child comes to me and say, Pops, I want to be a doctor, I'm like, well, look here, son. You need to study hard. You got to read a lot of books. It's going to be a lot of long hours. It's going to be a lot of school. It's going to be a lot of this, right? Is that me internalizing the imperial system? I am confused, right? You even went so far as to say we shouldn't even talk about the cool girls who are mean or the pick-me girls who are wrong. Women shouldn't even be judged. Like, what world does this work in? Like, I feel like you want women to be able to have the free reign to do, say, speak in whatever they want, right? In the perfect world, that is true. Everybody on this earth should be able to be who they are. I should be able to be 4'8", 600 pounds, and be able to date Rihanna. And I work at Family Dollar, and I'm on a breathing machine, right? And my slow stroke is horrible, right? I should be able to want that, but that's just not how life works, right? Like so many words. You said so many elegant words, and I went down your TikTok. I see you very accomplished. You smart. You're in DC. You're doing your thing. You're a shaker and a mover. But like the women in the age group of 18 to the mid 20s, those are the women, generally speaking, in our culture are the most lost. Who are the most? I don't need a man for nothing. I don't woo. And when they get in their 30s, late 30s, early 40s, they turn around and look back and like, dang. if they don't have any kids, they're lonely. And it's a lot of bagging. There's a lot of dudes who will only just deal with them for a short time, not a long time, right? And the best way to prevent a woman from even having to go through them hormones is to try to get her at a young age, like 18 to 20s, and let her know, like, listen, what is your dream? Are you trying to be a boss, independent bitch? Or are you trying to be more realistically a family, some kind in the suburbs, right? $100,000 a year, that's a lot, right? Because being realistically, the average American don't make more than 40, right? So even if you're making 50, you in rare air, right? So like, and for a woman to shun another woman and give it, because that woman is trying to help this woman, like, listen, if you want to get men, this is what men like. Don't do that's internalized. That is not internalized misogyny. Like you said, internalized misogyny like 100 times. Like, and I wonder, have you Googled what misogyny means? And I don't even want to come at you disrespectfully, because I already know you know what it means, but it's like the way you're using it in the definition is just crazy because it doesn't make any sense. Right? Right. If I had a son, if I told him, like, bro, listen, if you want a woman who's worth something, a woman who holds herself with self-esteem and principles, if you want to get this type of woman, bro, you gotta be like this. As that's me internalizing misandry, right? Do you know what misandry is? Misandry is the opposite of misogyny. Misandry is the internalized hate of man. So if I tell my son, like, bro, listen, pull your pants up, get you a haircut, get you a decent job, smell good, be worth something, self-esteem, have a purpose, is that internalized misandry? Because there is never going to be a time where it's not going to be levels. If we was all butt naked living in the jungle again, right? Like the men who are able to go and catch the most deers and build the biggest huts and bear the most fruits and vegetables so he can have the most kids is always going to be coveted, right? And if a man is in this position, he's going to want to help make a yin to his yang that is going to be beneficial to him. But you just said that you shouldn't judge women for anything. So if I'm doing my thing and you ain't doing nothing, like, should I even rock with you? Or are you just saying that I should just take a chance because she's a woman, and not even a woman can hold if a man can't, if black men cannot hold black women accountable. And what you're telling me is that black women cannot hold black women accountable. Like, what picture are you painting? Like, I am confused. Like, accountability has to be a thing. In every walk and culture, you cannot be a bumblebee and just on your own thing. You can't be a female lion. It's just on your own thing. You have to come back to the pack. And if you participated in the pack, in the hierarchy of system that states that the man in this pack like it like this, you cannot be the eyeball and to be wondering why the man and is not rocking with you, and then take you even a step further to be like, listen, if a woman come up to that male lion and say, listen, you being the eyeball is preventing you from getting the results that you want with men, maybe you should act like this, to turn around and say that by her giving that advice is internalized misogyny, to me is really hard to wrap my mind around. Like, I don't really get it. Like, with the message you're trying to kick, are you saying that young girls and young women do whatever you want, feel however you want? And that's a problem, because I know grown women who mamas is married, been in 40-year relationships, who look their daughters in their eyes and tell them to go live their best life and don't single and don't settle down. While the whole time their daughter is trying to achieve everything her mama got. But her mama is telling her daughter to do the opposite of everything she got, everything she did to get what she got to her daughter. She's telling her daughter to do the opposite of everything that the mother did to get what she got. And the whole time the daughter want what the mother got. Like, do you understand the cycle of lunacy that is? Right? So, again, beloved, I'm just confused. I need some clarification. Misogyny, the definition of misogyny is a hate for women, a hatred. like racism, like Nazis and Jew, like hate, right? So a woman telling another woman, like, hey, be like this, do this, you should act like this. And if you really want to get a man, because man is the key word, right? We ain't talking about boys, we ain't talking about fuck boys, we ain't talking about the little children, we ain't talking about the boys who still stay with their mom. We're talking about men. Men is the key word. Men. So if a woman gives another woman advice on how to get a man, right, is internalized misogyny. Like, I'm going to keep coming because that's your word. Internalized misogyny. Like, I don't know. Only thing I know is what I know. I feel like if I was to give a man advice on how to get a woman, that's just me looking out for him because I've been down this road. Like, listen, it's going to be a fork in the road. When you get to the fork, stay to the left. Trust me, you don't want to go right. I went right. You don't want to do that. I'm going to save you some time and some mileage and some baggage, right? So now you don't want to be in your 30s wondering why men only use you for a fun time and not a long time. Because women like this, they go get it late. They go get it late and they go be miserable and they go be upset because, like, dang, how come I'm not getting the results? Because your whole perspective is wrong. Your whole perspective is against what the average man perspective is. Like, a lot of times women don't want men to be men while also being the greatest idealistic version of a man in that woman's mind that she internalizes. So then it leads into a whole conundrum that leads me here giving my uneducated opinion, right? It's your boy Earthwind, and do me a favor, like, subscribe. Y'all know the vibes, right? Until next time, be great or die. What's up? I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in to Be Greater Podcast. It's your boy Earthwind. I just want to say please hit the subscribe button and salute to everybody that's rocking with me. Yeah.